Hello, I'm Rhea Hoffman. I'm the third grade teacher here at King Schools, and today we're talking about the temptations of technology. We all know our society has come so far. The technological revolution has rewritten the history books, but we have to ask ourselves, at what cost has this happened? The other night, my 4-year-old daughter was sitting on the couch reading a book, and when she went to turn the page, instead of turning it, she swiped it. I thought to myself, am I the peddler with the shoes? Am I raising a child that doesn't know what books are? It's not lost on us that teens are texting more than talking to their parents. What is happening to the social boundaries in our society today? What are our children no longer telling us because they're texting someone else? It worries me when I go out into public and I see more people on devices than with each other. When we mingle together as people, it's no longer about talking to the people in front of us. It's about talking to the people on our screens. In our classroom, we see the suffering in spelling. There's no autocorrect at the desk. We see problems in writing. Even pencil control has greatly suffered. They can type great, but can they sign their name? It's a cut and paste world for them now, where they want everything instantly. One day my Apple TV turned off and my children honestly thought we had to stop learning. So what can parents do? What can we do as teachers and parents to help save our children from what we have honestly dragged them into? We can look at privacy settings on their devices and make sure they're appropriate for their age group. We can make sure that they're friending people that are age appropriate, that we know about. Make sure that everyone has to request to be their friend, so their pictures and comments are kept private. You are their parent. It is your right to confiscate and look at anything you feel you need to. Make sure you do that on a regular basis. Look at text messaging, pictures, and comments, and ask them to delete anything you are not comfortable with them sharing. It is not lost on us that in today's world, children are suffering greatly because of some of our choices that we've put into their hands. I'm sure you've heard the saying, garbage in, garbage out. But what if it's true? What if what we're giving our children, allowing them to play, is shaping their tomorrows? Would we rethink games such as Grand Theft Auto? Our theme this year is, it starts with me. So as parents, that means it starts with you. What are your habits when it comes to technology? What are your children seeing you do? Is there something you should change about what you do to help them in the future? It's useful to limit screen time to 2 hours a night. 30 minutes before bedtime, turn off all devices and charge them in a different room. To help with eyesight, because that is becoming a big problem, implement the 20-20-20 rule. This means for every 20 minutes of screen time, focus on an object 20 feet away for 20 seconds. It helps realign the eye. There's a wonderful TED Talk that I'd like to show you by Marshall Soulful Jones. He truly speaks to the heart of the issues that our children and us are suffering with today. Thank you.
Introducing the new Apple I Person Complete with multi-touch. Doesn't it feel good to touch? Doesn't it feel good to touch? Compatible with your iPod and your iPad. Doesn't it feel good to touch? Doesn't it feel good to touch? No friends? There's an app for that. No life? There's an app for that. You're a complete loser. There's an app for that. Doesn't it feel good to touch? Doesn't it feel good to touch? Doesn't it feel good to touch? My world has become so digital, I have forgotten what that feels like. It was difficult to connect when friends formed cliques. Now it's even more difficult to connect now that cliques form friends. But who am I to judge? I face Facebook more than books face me, hoping to book face-to-faces. I update my status 420 spaces to prove I'm still breathing. Failure to do this daily means my whole web-wide world will forget that I exist. But with 3,000 friends online and only 5 I can count in real life, why wouldn't I spend more time in a world where there are more people that like me? Wouldn't you? Here It doesn't matter if I'm an amateur person as long as I have a profile. My smile is 50% genuine HD. You would need Blu-ray to read what is really me, but I'm not that focused. 10 tabs open, hoping my problems are resolved with a 1500 by 1600 resolution, proving we might have missed a step in this evolution. Doubled over, we used to sit in treetops till we swung down to stand upright, then someone slipped a disc, and now we're doubled over at desktops. From the Garden of Eden to the branches of Macintosh, apple picking has always come at a great cost. iPod, iMac, iPhone, iChat, I can do all of these things without making eye contact. We used to sprint to pick and store Blackberries. Now we run to the Sprint store and pick Blackberries. It's scary. I can't hear the sound of Mother Nature speaking over all this tweeting, and our ability to feel along with it is fleeting. You would think headphone jacks inject in the flesh the way we connect to disconnect power on until we are powerless. We might be love drugged like e-pills, so we e-trade, email, emotion like e-commerce, because now money can buy love for $9.95 a month. Click to proceed to checkout. Click to X out where our hearts once were. Click, I've uploaded this hug. I hope she gets it. Click, I'm making love to my wife. I hope she's logged in. Click, I'm holding my daughter over a Skype conference call while she's crying in the crib in the next room. Click, so when my phone goes off of my hip, I touch and I touch and I touch and I touch and I touch, because in a world where laughter is never heard and voices are only read, we are so desperate to feel that we hope our techno logic can reverse the universe until the screen touches us back. And maybe one day it will, when our technology is advanced enough to make us human again.